Hello, sexy potatoes in internet viewing land. This is your friend Corey with Mighty Mushroom, and tonight I will be calmly and efficiently creating listings from Contractor Drafts. I really shouldn't have started this so early, because I'm not really that ready yet. This is probably going to be boring. But you know what? I figure I will share this journey with the world. Things at the office are going okay. Had the first day with the drafter. So that was interesting. And if you're watching this, you're probably a subscriber or some random internet person. Anyway, so we'll do some drafts, and then if we get some friends in the feed, then we'll do some chatting, because really the purpose of this whole thing is for me to actually not do what I'm supposed to be doing and do something else. So let's get started with some lister drafts. I'm going to screen share, and it's going to go infinite here for a second, which is always amazing. I love infinity to deal with large numbers. First thing we got is this crazy Asian Buddha guy. I would like to call this the Elvis Buddha, because he kind of looks like Elvis. I don't know how. Oh no, that's not good. I don't know what just happened. Oh no, that happened live on the internet. No, I'm sorry. Well, we'll skip that one for now. I'm not really sure what happened there. Let's hit the wrong button. We'll go back to that one. All right, so one of the things I do love selling are Fenwick fishing poles. We'll go back to that one later. It looks like the draft. These pictures are fucking terrible. I hate terrible pictures. Can I tell what it is? The Fenwick Legacy. Ugh. Where do they have it listed? Legacy. It doesn't even say leg. It's not even a fly rod. God, that annoys me. So, is this a fly rod? No, it's not a fly rod at all. It's 8.5 feet long. You really got it kind of close. I'm gonna get rid of all this. Fenwick Legacy. Tube base. Oh, let's see here. Aha. One viewer. So Fenwick is one of the better. If you find Abercrombie and Fitch stuff, it's pretty awesome. Fenwick is pretty awesome. I'm not hugely knowledgeable about that kind of stuff, but I do like the profits that come from that sort of thing. I'm actually gonna put a little shout out on Instagram. See if we can get some people to come in and hang out. Let's do it like this. Let's do it as a video. Video. All right. We are live on YouTube, the Mighty Mushroom channel, now. Mighty Mushroom channel, now. We are live on YouTube. My neighbors are like fighting. They're constantly fighting. I have like crackhead neighbors who just go up and down the stairs all night long. It's pretty annoying. It's actually really annoying. One night, somebody was vacuuming My neighbor was vacuuming at I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning or something. It's absolutely crazy. If you're in the chat, say something. I'm just gonna continue to list stuff. This is another Fenwick Lunker stick. These were in excellent shape. The Lunker stick isn't the best. The fly rods are what people really want. So let's see. Oh, she actually used the actual specifications that were here. That's pretty cool. So this is a 5.5 foot pole, so it's a short one. She doesn't have that in there, so I don't think you need to write any of that stuff. I don't think you need that. Oop, they're fighting next door. Sounds like they're doing a little screaming. This is a 5.5 foot fishing pole, lunker stick. It's spinning. And she's pretty good on pricing most of the time. So $100. I paid up for these. Probably paid a little bit too much. But that's how it goes in internet land sometimes. Sometimes you pay too much. All right. I sell a lot of pointing, what I consider like pointing devices, controllers, and that sort of thing, mice. Anything that you would control a cursor with, I consider a pointing device. That's how I inventory them. And pointing devices, for some reason, sell really, really good. I don't like the buy it now price on that, but I probably got it pretty cheap, so we'll just go with that price. And we will keep going. Some climbing rope. You can't really use this for climbing anymore. Obviously, it's hard to trust the rope. This is like 200 feet of rope, which is pretty nice. It's Roka. It's got a really cool color to it. It's like a bee. It's like a bondage. I am the bondage bee, so I carry around 200 feet of rope. You've heard of the hustle bee. I'm the bondage bee. And I don't know. Oh my god, my neighbors are going like a little bit ape crazy. There's the hair Care Bear. Yeah, so I'm just doing some drafting. You just woke up from a nap. It's like fucking. My phone isn't charging from my computer for some reason, which isn't very cool. I don't know what's going on. Thank you. There's a new barber who is on my block. And the last time I got a haircut was in April. So, you know, we got to look good for the Christmas party. So, you know, got to get a little haircut. I really felt like I needed to treat myself to a nice haircut. I stay up late so I can take late naps. Kayla, you're funny. You're very funny. It sounds like you had a bad day today. I'm sorry you had a bad day. A couple of days ago, I thought I was going to throw a hammer through the window. I'm just going to continue to follow my instincts with this office plan thing. I've gotten discouraged a couple of times and thought to myself, what the fuck am I doing? Why don't I just stay in my basement, make $50,000 a year, and I'll be fine? And I think to myself, that's not what I want to do. I need to constantly challenge myself, or I just it doesn't. I don't know. I get bored. I'm not gonna do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if eBay didn't make me ship stuff in time, I probably just would do it whenever I felt like it. You know, I need a little bit of, I need somebody to crack the old Corey whip on me a little bit sometimes. So, I forgot to ship a package today too, which sucks. This guy ordered a mug from me, and it got shipped to the wrong address. It got shipped back to me. In order to get the mug back from the postal service, I had to give them $15, which is more than it cost for the mug and to ship it initially. So I don't even know where they got that price from. It's like they charged me to ship it. It's okay to ship it. Like they charged me to ship it and ship it back or something. I don't know where they got this $15 arbitrary price to, like, that I had to pay because it didn't go to the address. Like, what happened to, like, return mail? If the address doesn't exist, that's like my fault and I have to pay for it. Like, that's crazy. I'm a little bit pissed at the post office for that. I did $55 in sales on eBay today, just so you know, Kayla. So don't feel too bad. $55 in sales. I might have sold it. I think I sold a sweater a minute ago that brought me back up, like, up a tiny bit higher. But I'm telling you, today was not a good day at all. It's funny because let's see what. $103.99. That's like pretty bad for me. Something's up with this cord. Oh god, I hope there's not something wrong with my phone. I don't think so, because I have this little cover thing. I don't know. It's not charging. Fuck. Anyway. Look, something happened. Makes a beeping sound, I think. I don't know. Oh! Sound like I'm on drugs right now. Okay, I'm not on drugs. I am trying to list things, but I wanted to just show Kayla my haircut because she wanted to see it. Only because she wanted to see it. Not because I wanted to show it off. Okay, so I'm going to go back to screen sharing, and we're going to list some dumb crap, and I'm going to talk about it. And then at some point, somebody's going to come and hang out with me, even if it's just their stupid head. Maybe it'll be the masked flipper. Maybe we'll get the masked flipper back. That's cool. You did 150 on Poshmark. Whatever. You're going to have slow days, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I bought 2 LOL dolls today. I think they're the stupidest things in the world. I'm actually going to make a YouTube video of me hitting them with a baseball bat. Like, because they're like, yeah, I don't know why you can't. If you should be able to if you have Hangouts on your iPad. I just have to invite you or something. I don't know. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. They're creepy. They're made of, like, all this plastic. Like, there's a plastic and then a plastic and then a plastic. It's a very wasteful toy, and it's a very wasteful toy, and I just don't. I don't like the idea of these, like, scalp. Even though I like, I like making, like, decent profits and everything, I don't like scalping people. I really don't. It's just not part of my business model. I bought some Teddy Ruxpins because I thought they were cool, and they were really hard to find. They're really hard to find, so I thought they'd be a good one to kind of maybe make a little cash on or whatever, and supply them to the people who will need them. Sorry, I'm stuttering. Okay, let me keep on going. I'm sorry. That was very indecent. So I'm gonna go back to screen sharing, and we're gonna talk about some things that I sell on eBay, and we're gonna do some drafting and all that kind of stuff. My sales are down 20% from last month, which really sucks. I've been doing a lot of work for the office, and that's been taking up a lot of my time. I really haven't been buying in the capacity that I normally would, and some of my sourcing opportunities have become like kind of slim. I see Goodwill in general is just a really bad. I mean, even though I do find some stuff there, it's unless you find like the right opportunity there, it's they're picking out the stuff, they're putting it on the internet. You need to get it before it gets to Goodwill. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm organizing. And I think people donate to Goodwill out of convenience, but I know there's a certain part of the population that wants to sell their stuff instead, especially once they figure out they're just sending it to the internet to sell it. They're really not doing anything for the community at all. And they're providing some jobs, but they want it. I mean, I don't see them as really a job creator by any means. I really love this scarf. I love Hermes. Hermes. I don't know why I like their stuff so much, but it's cool. I found this at an estate sale. It just had the box top. It didn't have the rest of the box. But that's okay. This is a common print, but not in this color. So this is a rare colorway. I'm gonna ask $200 for it. I'm gonna let people make offers. The last one I sold, I paid $5 and it sold for like $300, but it took a long time to sell. So I think that these are long tail kind of items. Chanel Paros. These ridiculous gold patterns. Andrew Cambon. So I think I'm gonna ask 110 for this. I let Sophie price a lot of fashion stuff. She just knows way more about it than I do. I mean, she doesn't know that much about pricing per se, but she can kind of suss out the market in a way that I really can't. So, and her judgment's generally pretty good. I kind of buy it. She kind of lists it. I think the Chanel logo looks like a crab a little bit. I really liked it. I would actually wear this scarf. I really like it. Fire! Yeah, if this was on the Real, it would get like $250 probably, but then I'd have to pay 50% anyway. So it's like, I don't know. This is the kind of stuff that you send into the Real, I guess, because this shit is real. She does a great job. Look at that. I like the drab, like the olive kind of drab color. With the other like, I don't know. I just like the way that I like the colorization. It's very hype beast. It's Chanel hype beast. It's Chanel meets Supreme. $100 for a Chanel scarf. Where are you gonna get a Chanel scarf for $100? A real one that looks like fire like that. Nowhere. Except from the Mighty Mushroom Store. Except from the Mighty Mushroom Store. I love to sell murdery knives. They look murdery. I enjoy when they appear murdery. I have the day off tomorrow, so I don't really have the day. I never have a day off really, but Some people don't understand about working for yourself, really working for yourself, not relying on anybody else for your income per se. Say you really never have a day off. And if you're not okay with never having a day off, never really having a day off, then you should go into business for yourself. Otherwise, you should try to figure out a job where you make like 100 grand and you have some job security. Good luck with that, though. I don't want to make less than $100,000 anymore a year. I really want to make $100,000 a year. It really sounds good to me. I usually sell a knife like this for like $29.99. So old school. I will. If I don't take the day off tomorrow, my wife will fucking kill me. I mean, my wife's probably already gonna kill me, but just like later, she'll kill me sooner. That was nice of her to take pictures that suck with a. Ugh, these pictures are so sick. Ugh, I have some contractor problems. I keep trying to work out the problems. Sometimes granola. Yeah, well, get Paisley. You better get to photographing. Just listen to my droning voice listing knives. I did a video on knives, and I do pretty well with knives. I usually keep between 200 and 400 knives in inventory. They're usually pretty good investments. Buy them for $1 or $2. They ship first class. They sell for between 22 and 50 on average. There's some that go for way more than that, but those are really rare. What the fuck? Pardon my language. I have like a very piratey mouth, and one of the things you can find at Goodwill's is tennis rackets and baseball bats. But they have really arrested the amount of electronics here in Portland that go to get onto the sales floor. They are really pumping electronics onto the internet and not putting them in the stores anymore. So that's been difficult. I bought as much as I could from them when I could, because like I knew it wouldn't last forever. But I try to have the mindset of trying to find opportunities, real opportunities. Anybody can walk into a Goodwill. Not anybody can open up a store. You know what I'm saying? So I like finding opportunities that take some risk, but also have the potential for like high reward. So we'll see if this whole thing works. I really hope it does. I mean, hope in one hand, shit in the other one, and see what happens. But it should be okie dokie smoky. Ugh, these look like shit. I don't even want to edit them. They look so bad. See, she's supposed to put everything as fixed price, good till canceled, but those were auction. So these are identical, so I'm just gonna check on price point. I think they're $100 each, but this one's slightly lower. Sometimes I'll take two identical items and list them at different prices, and the one that's priced higher sells faster. A lot of the rackets are ultralight, so I buy the titanium, alloy, and the carbon only, and I bubble wrap them and send them first class or priority, because they're always under 2 pounds. So I just bubble wrap them and send them priority, and I've never had a problem. I mean, I've had people get them and be like, they're not in the condition I thought they were in, or whatever. But that's just part of doing business on eBay when you're selling used products. That's why if you're selling on eBay, you need to have some volume. You know, you're gonna get some returns. This is a box. I don't know. I don't know where this came from. Probably came out of a lot of something, but it's probably not worth very much. Let's see if we can do free shipping for $19.99. I don't know. It's a freaking watch box. Somebody probably needs it to sell there. So you can do it I do it two ways. If I have large bubble, sometimes I'll just do it in large bubble. Sometimes depending on how the rack gets formed, I'll do like small bubble and large bubble. If it's going like overseas, like global shipping or something, and I put it in a box, I get these IKEA. So IKEA makes the racks that are in my office. IKEA makes those. Your Invicta in a box. Watch your language. This is a family show. Kayla. Go to IKEA if you. You see. I live in Portland's not a big city. Okay, it's not even close to a big city. And but we have everything that makes a big city cool, like IKEA. We have our IKEA. So I can go and get shelves, and they have all these odd-shaped boxes. These are sick. They're like these Stan Smith pleather fake alligator skin. These are from 2016. Ugh. God, you could have cleaned the bottom of those. It's annoying. Please, for Christ's sake. It's like these were half of 8, so these were $4. $4. They're kind of nubs on nubs, I guess. It's weird that they're made in India. It looks like, I mean, they look older than 2016, but it says 9/16. I don't know. Not a lot of shoes are made in India anymore. And then they have this aged look about the bottom of them, so they really don't look like they were made in 2016 to me. But I'm going to sell them anyway. Like, this annoys me too. Like, what is that? What is that? Get that out of there. Adidas Women, Stan Smith, leather. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that right now. Let me see what happens. Yes, ma'am. I gotta go back to the. I'm gonna stop screen sharing to do that. Hi, everybody. I'm Corey, your friend from Mighty Mushroom, the fulfillment service of the ages. I'm going to send a hangout invitation to Hazel, Razel, Schmeazel, Scrazel, Frazel. Okay. Oh, invite. Okay, I sent you an invite. I'm gonna go back to screen sharing and do some more dumb crap. Oh, it works!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I see your ceiling. I feel like I'm going through the tunnel. The tunnel to heaven.
I wasn't prepared. I just was like, it's not going to work again. So
now I see your forehead.
Hold on, I got to put my phone away. But go ahead, keep doing what you're doing. And
I see. Well, now I see your husband. Hi, husband. This is not a place to be lewd.
I like you.
Do you have any raisins? I like that.
Do you want it like more up here or?
That's fine.
Ooh, how was your experimental pie cooking on Instagram?
It was awesome.
Can you watch it?
I popped in for a second and then I went to go eat dinner.
Oh, I see.
Oh, wow.
I had to eat food. I have a family which consumes food.
How dare you?
How dare you have a family that consumes food? What's up, Michael? How you doing, buddy? Hopefully you're doing okay.
I'm good.
Oh, you're Michael too. There's like 9 Michaels. There's like Michaels in the chat.
Hey, Michael.
Michael.
I thought you were talking to him.
I am talking to him. Hi, Michael.
So I guess what happened is you need to send me the invite. Like, you need to invite me because that worked just fine.
Yeah. Well, I have been sending. I. That's weird. So the link doesn't work
That it doesn't work.
if you're on an Apple product, maybe.
Hmm? I don't know. Super weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why sometimes interaction is low, but that means I don't have to deal with a bunch of people. Hold on, I'm gonna feature your pie here.
Hi.
What is it? What did you bake it in? That's kind of cool.
It's like a, what is this? Like ceramic? Like a ceramic baking dish? Yeah.
Interesting.
You bacon.
It's a pie dish.
Does it have bacon in it?
Does it have bacon? No, it's a pumpkin pie.
Well, you should probably put bacon in it.
No, it has honey in it. It doesn't have any like sugar, like refined sugar. It has honey.
It has like a gallon of honey.
It has half a cup of honey. I mean,
Half a cup of honey. You can tar and feather a small human with that amount of honey.
but it was like I've never made a pumpkin pie without sugar in it. So I don't know how this is gonna, like, I think it'll taste a little different than a regular pumpkin pie, but
Yeah, I mean, honey definitely has a stronger flavor. I prefer honey to any other type of sweetener,
yeah.
personally. And it has like a low glycemic index, so if you it's actually better for you. It has like a lot of amino acids and stuff like that in it too. It's not the same as just regular sugar. People will tell you that honey is like the same as regular sugar, but it's not.
And it's like wildflower honey.
Oh,
It's like
nice.
raw wild honey. So it has like a flavor to it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Finally.
Finally, it's happening to me right
Oh, you went there.
now. I just cannot hide it. Were your sales slow today, Michael?
Actually, no. Well, I'll say they are normal for me. How about that?
Normal. Okay.
I only had 2 today.
Okay.
But I'm only selling like maybe a good month, a little over $1,000 in sales.
Okay. Okay.
Hopefully that goes up this month. It looks like it's going to go up this month.
Yeah, it should. It should. I mean, you still expect roughly a 30% sales increase in I think December and January. That's what I usually see. But my inventory is it's a little bit larger and a little bit more stable. I mean, generally, I usually sell roughly, I would say on average 8 items per day, 9 items per day. Those are cool.
Doc Martens.
Where'd you get those?
Goodwill.
Nice. Which one?
The one by your daughter's school.
Oh, you got this today?
I got them 2 days ago.
Okay. I think I
2 days
might
ago.
have seen those.
Those are pretty sick. Are they men's? They're big.
They had them in the men's section. So, but with Doc Martens, they have both sizes in there.
Really big
So
though.
it's 9 in ladies and 8 in men's.
Interesting.
Really?
Yep.
Those are my size.
Very interesting. I
Wear 9s?
in the office today, so I picked up some kiwi wax, kiwi what do you call it? A shoe polish in like black and tan, but it's old. It's like probably from the 60s, and it's like it's definitely caustic. But man, I mean, it really makes a shoe. I had these 2 pairs of Ferragamo shoes that I got at that Goodwill for $6-7 a piece. We brought them out at $6.99. Beautiful oxblood, 2 pairs of oxblood Ferragamos. They had some wear to them.
Yeah.
I pulled out that kiwi wax and like waxed them up. I have a picture on my phone, but it turned them from $25 shoes to $100 shoes.
Wow.
Second, it's amazing what the old formulas of shoe polish, how different they are. Like it has, I mean, it probably causes cancer or something, but man, it was impossible to get it off my hands.
Ouch.
It really made those shoes look amazing, really, really amazing. But I think have you the Soul Advisor, Tino the Soul?
Yeah, I've seen his show.
Yeah, I haven't really watched his show too much. I bought his book about buying ladies' shoes because I don't know anything. That's like I don't know a lot about certain categories, and women's shoes is one of them. So yeah, I paid for that. I bought 1 pair of Fry boots, and I would have never known about Fry boots. I bought them at Goodwill for like $14-15. They sold instantly for like $150, but instantly.
Wow.
Fry boots are a huge bolo. Huge.
Yeah,
Fry
I sold Fry
boots.
in like not very good condition for a lot of money.
Yeah, these were in, I would say, like 7 out of 10 condition, and the condition was cataloged really, really well, and they just sold in just a minute. I mean, it's crazy. The demand for those is huge.
I have to keep my eyes out for that. Although I don't go to the ladies section that much. I may breeze by there, but I don't know a lot of ladies' brands.
Well, yeah, so that's why you should buy that book for like $30. It's like $30, and it goes through I don't know, 100 it's 100 shoe brands, I think. 101. It goes through 101 ladies shoe brands. And what's the cool part is it gives you like the bolo in each brand, and I found 2 of those like bolos, and they're 100+ instant sellers. So the bolos are really, really good. And it's formulated for somebody who doesn't know about women's shoes.
Right.
So I mean,
Yeah, I think I missed what you said.
oh, so Tino, the Soul Advisor,
Mm-hmm.
and Rake and Profit, like, I don't know if Rake and Profit just did mostly the production of the book, and Tino
Yeah, I
did
think
the
he mentioned
knowledge
that.
part. Because I don't know if Rakin's I don't know Rake and Profit, or I don't know Steve Rakin at all. Like, I mean, I've only watched a couple of his videos or whatever, but I saw the shout out for that, and I was like, that sounds like something I could actually get into. So I bought it before it was released, got a little bit of a discount, and then I had a section in my shop that I was like, let's dedicate like $1,000 to like women's shoes, and let's see what happens. So it's been pretty profitable. I mean, I sell probably 4 or 5 pairs of women's shoes a week, but I haven't purchased any in probably a couple of weeks, so my inventory is pretty low. But the Goodwill that I always see you in, that's where I've been finding the really, really good ones.
That Goodwill has sometimes you can pop on some good stuff in there.
Absolutely, but gosh, they overprice. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're really, I mean, So people think that the motive of Goodwill is to provide like inexpensive goods to people who need those inexpensive goods, and that is not their MO at all, man. You can barely buy a good pair of shoes in there for less than $25.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know what their MO really is, but I've been so twice a week now. They're at least pushing 8 or 9 of those giant, those big closing bins. They zip tie them and they go off to the internet. And there's a truck that looks like it goes to every store. They're more and more stuff is not coming in anymore. Definitely, they're getting pretty wise to. They hired somebody. They hired 2 people at. I kind of have an inside on that store. I know several people who work there and have worked there in the past, but they hired 2 like people who were fashion people that were outside of eBay to work in that store and another store, because that one's right in Irvington, right? I mean, that neighborhood has like hundreds of million-dollar houses, right?
Right.
So like amazing stuff comes into that store. I've purchased over 100 pairs of Ferragamo shoes below $20 in that store. Crazy. But there's also a lot of people who know about that store too. And you'll see internet videos of certain people who do internet videos going into that store, and the one on the big one. The big one, I found
Grand, or is MO? I'll say Highway 9. Is that 9?
Yeah, the one on Grand, exactly. The one on Grand 99E. So this happened. I was looking for. They still, so much stuff comes into Goodwill. They still have to process all of it, right?
Right.
So, hey Mel, how you doing? So Crate and Barrel makes this like series of it's called resin wicker, and they're like outdoor sofas and chairs. A chair costs $1,200. A sofa costs $2,000. I walk into that Goodwill. The door like in the back opens up, and I see it, and they're wheeling it back. And I was like, "Hey, what's going on with that thing?" He's like, "Oh, we're gonna go compact it." The guy who was there, we're gonna go compact this, and I was like, "Wait! I will buy that. I will buy that." What's up, Flipper Joe? The guy brings it out. I look at the bottom. I see the Crate and Barrel sticker. He's like, "Well, what do you want to pay for it?" I was like, "What about $20?" He's like, "Yeah, that's cool." I don't really sell furniture, but I bought it for the lobby of my new shop. You got to come down there and see what I'm doing, Michael.
Yeah, shoot me the address.
I will do that. I will do that. Do you? Are we? Oh yeah, we're connected on. Are you? Do we?
I don't think we have anything of each other's.
No, we don't. Are we? But are you on Instagram? Are we connected on Instagram?
Yeah. Same thing. Take action.
You take action on Instagram. Okay, cool. I'll DM you and we'll what's your because you have a job outside of this is like part-time for you, right? Oh, it's full-time now. I'm sorry.
I'm going balls to the wall.
I think that's if you can you should but like structuring it can be a little bit difficult, like sourcing. Today I walked into the bins, so my office is 2 minutes from the bins.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's in Selwood. So I walked into
really had a bins over in that area.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I know the one in Milwaukee. Is it the one in Milwaukee? No, you're not close to Milwaukee.
It's in Portland. It's on Ochiko, yeah. It's in Selwood. Selwood's in Portland.
Right.
It is close to Milwaukee, but it's not technically in Milwaukee now.
And then the one on 122nd.
The one that's by the airport?
Right.
Yeah.
Those are only bins that I know of. I didn't know there was another one.
There's 2 more.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a bins out in Hillsboro. That's the one where Nicole.
Oh yeah. That's right, Hillsboro.
That's the one where Nicole State picks. I've only been in there twice, and both times I've been in there, Nicole's been in there picking. It's crazy. Ever.
I know.
Imagine.
Well, not so much.
And then you have the other one. There's one in Vancouver, I guess. Vancouver, Washington.
Oh yeah. I knew about the one in
The one on 122nd can be really, really, really good for certain classes. And the bins in Portland used to be amazing for electronics, but now it seems like they're doing something different with electronics. Because man, it is junky now. I mean, when you're in the rotation as well. So what I can say to anybody who's watching this who kind of doesn't like walks into a Goodwill and thinks there's nothing and then never goes back, you're wrong. You have to understand the product flow at the Goodwill that you're talking about,
right.
In order to take advantage of that. I'm not going to tell you how to do that. You're going to have to figure that out. But there is a product flow, and people have tendencies, and it's people who are putting stuff out on the floor. So you got to figure that shit out, you know? The thing that's happened at the Goodwill that you and I always see each other at is they've lost. People who used to do pricing in certain categories aren't doing it anymore, and that's really disrupted the product flow. So they're just I've heard from somebody who works there that a truckload of stuff every week, literally entire like rider truck, like a 10-foot box van,
Right.
goes to the bins every week because they can't even price it, and there's nobody else who can price it because there just isn't. They don't pay people enough, and they can't get the stuff priced. So
Have you ever thought about, hey, can I work part-time for you guys just to get the discount?
yes, no, you have to wait 3 days to get the discount.
You have to what?
If you work at Goodwill, you have to wait 3 days to buy something. But what I want to do is go to the manager of the Goodwill and say, hey, dudes, whatever you can't price that you've sorted, like, how can I contribute to your store and buy it? I want to buy wholesale from Goodwill's, but beyond that, I want to get it.
That idea better.
Yeah, I don't want to. Like, I have time to work at Goodwill. I don't even have the time to work for myself. It's interesting because every other organization that I understand is don't be a dick to the staff. I'm really nice. If I walk into I'm going to make a video of me walking into that Goodwill, and everybody knows who I am because I'm really nice to everybody, and I help them out when I can. So
I think the important thing you can do as a reseller is be nice to the staff.
I think the biggest thing you could do as a human being is be nice to the people around you.
Yeah. But I think as a business person, I can't tell you the perks that I've gotten because I am really nice to the people that work there.
Yeah, dude, I get text messages from people when like crazy stuff happens at Goodwill's. Like, let's say like 1,000 leather jackets somehow come in the door. Somebody will text me, oh, 1,000 leather jackets came into the door. They're going to go out on the floor in a day or two. I can't tell you exactly when, but be around, you know?
Yeah. I've had people at Goodwill's hold things for me or tell me about things that are out on the floor that they know that I'd like.
Mm-hmm. Same.
There's a lady that works at my Value Village, and I was talking to her about what I do. And I don't flaunt the fact that I'm a reseller, but if they ask, I don't mind telling them. Because what I do isn't a secret, and I'm not ashamed of it.
No,
And-
I think too many, like you and I were talking on the chat, like, what was that, yesterday? Was that yesterday? Day before? No, it was the day before yesterday. Was it yesterday? About the whole scarcity kind of mindset thing where it's like, Oh, I can't tell anybody what I do and how I do it because then everybody will do it.
But one of the ladies I talked to, she started her own Poshmark store. Like, with her own stuff. She's not shopping at Value Village for it, but she's like, yeah, I have a bunch of trying to get rid of. And she started her own Poshmark and is now making money for herself that way. Like, I think that's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. What are you cleaning those shoes with over there, Michael?
Getting the scuff marks off with some Goo Gone.
Oh, that's the key. Who gave you
I
that?
love
Goo Gone is like some kind of ambrosia. Like it's like the food of the gods.
Right.
Reselling. I love Goo Gone. It's so good.
Yeah.
that's one of you need your toolkit as a reseller.
Yep. You know what also
the-
takes off crazy stuff is aerosol. So like if you have like any kind of like spray air freshener, like a neutral, even like a Lysol that has like aerosol,
Yeah.
solvent, right? But it doesn't dissolve plastics. And that will take off the craziest. If you spray like that kind of stuff on the bottom of a shoe where it has like those nasty gook marks,
Really?
it will take it off pretty good. Yeah. Goo Gone works very, very well. Kind of a gross thing, and you don't have to use spit, but spit has enzymes. And Goo Gone is made of like citrus oils.
Right.
And when there, so you can take papaya enzyme. Have you heard of papaya enzyme?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't, but
It comes in little pills, and they're cheap. I mean, you could get like 100 pills for a couple bucks. What you do is you crush up that papaya enzyme. It only lasts for a little bit of time, so you just take a little bit, like a quarter of a pill in like a cup of water, and when you mix it with, when you squirt the Goo Gone and you put a little bit of that on there, it the things that the Goo Gone doesn't dissolve, that it will.
wow.
So try that if you can't get like kind of gummy things. Papaya enzyme.
Papaya enzyme.
Yeah. Kiwi fruit works really good too.
What?
Kiwi fruit. Like the fruit.
Hey, where are you located, Kayla?
I am about 20 minutes south of Seattle.
Oh, so you're in our neck of the woods.
I am, and I come down to Portland every few months or so.
He's
Good
hosting the reseller party. Are you coming?
Who, me?
Yeah, we're
No,
having
the
a
other guy there.
party in like, what is it, 2 weeks now?
Yeah,
About 2 weeks.
definitely
In-
come.
It's at Cheryl's on 12th in Portland.
Cheryl's on 12th?
Yeah, you got to buy a
Mhm.
ticket.
There's food and drink, and we rented out the entire restaurant. It's all for resellers, local. Well, not just local, but mostly it's local.
Yeah, I like how you live in Seattle and you're hosting a party in Portland.
Well, it was originally kind of Nicole's idea, and
Yeah,
I was like, I want to help because I love this kind of thing.
me too.
I was like, well, let me help, and then it turned into I'll just do it. And we had already kind of talked about Portland, so Portland it was.
That's pretty cool.
At least I have to come to Portland. I take it.
Yep. Anywho, so yes, I'm going to continue to list some things on eBay and talk about it and be boring.
That's okay. I'm just making pie crusts.
Hey, check out these Stan Smiths, Michael.
I saw those.
Oh, you saw them?
Yeah, when I was, I think I just got in there and you were doing that.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you saw them in the Goodwill.
Oh, no.
What would you ask for those? I was thinking $39.99 with shipping.
I don't know. I would have to do some research.
Yeah, I don't like doing research. It's boring. That was a joke. This job is basically research. I went to a pretty crazy estate sale up in the West Hills and picked up a bunch of. They were gonna refurbish their house, so they had all these supplies to like redo the faucets and all this stuff. But it was like ultra high end stuff that cost between $300 and $500. I picked up a bunch of it, and then some of these watches. But Gruen can be a pretty good brand. These are the older versions, but women's for some reason, I guess women don't really care about watches. Women's watches sell for just so much less money. It could be the same model, woman versus men, and the women's is like 20% of the price. Gone graffiti remover? I've never heard of that. I'll have to check that out. Will it take paint off of a wall?
I use for Sharpies all the time.
Dude, why do they have to mark on stuff with a Sharpie at Goodwill? What is the point of that?
I hate when they do it to the damn bottom of the shoes.
Right.
I hate when they do it to the middle of like a Supreme tag.
I've never found a Supreme anything at Goodwill yet.
What? The Goodwill on Broadway is like a Supreme factory.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
Like legit.
Yeah, I mean, everything that I've sold has been real. I've found 6 or 7 Supreme pieces there.
Wow.
Nothing like insane, but like older stuff that's like, it's worn, but it's cool and it's like limited edition. But yeah, everything ends up at that place. I mean, it's kind of like a lot of the Patagonia stuff. They price it so high, then it goes half price, and it's still high.
Right.
You can make money on it at half price, and I like to have Patagonia stuff in my shop, But man, I really hate to pay more than $7 for any piece of clothing.
Yeah, if I'm paying more than $7 for something, it better make me like $100.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you're like way shrewder than I am too. You probably. Yeah. I'm way more generous than you are.
Wow. So you say. You're also so humble.
Well, that's what people really say about me.
I know, everyone says that. I can't go anywhere without hearing how generous and humble.
Michael, I'm pretty generous guy, right?
Sure. You gave me a pair of shoes. Somebody offered me $120 for those shoes and I turned them down.
You're so crazy. I would have taken that and ran. But, what can you do?
Trying to make a slow dime.
Slow dime. Well, I mean, it depends on the size of your inventory and what you need to make every day,
Yeah.
So I think having a diverse inventory that's mixed, like a mix of like, the fast nickel and the slow dime, to balance your range. In poker, we say like balancing your range, kind of like you don't want to be too heavy-handed on one side or the other, and you want to take some calculated risks across certain like field ranges. You're gonna make some failures no matter how long you've been in the game. Do you watch the Craigslist Hunter?
I watch him a little bit.
He started doing a daily vlog. I don't know if he's doing it anymore. I haven't been really close to like YouTube and Instagram in the last week or so, but he was doing like a daily thing, and I think like He's a really knowledgeable and humble and interesting guy. I like that guy a lot. I don't know more about him than his videos, but he seems to really be knowledgeable about how to acquire things. It seems like his thrift stores suck, though. He goes to like thrift stores and he pulls a few things out and he's like, "Oh, I had a great day at the thrift stores," and I'm like, "Oh my god, yikes!" Like Portland is Portland's really blessed when it comes to Goodwills. The thing is that we don't really have thrift stores in Portland, right? Like there's no thrift stores in Portland, Michael.
I've seen some every now and then, like on the way to the Goodwill on 122nd and Halsey.
Yeah.
There's a consignment shop. I've never been in that consignment shop, and there's a thrift store along the way.
Have you seen? So in Selwood, there's a lot of resale shops. There's the oldest antique shop in Oregon. Who the guy who owns that, I always ham it up with him, and now I have a shop that's really close to his, so I'm gonna go walk in and hang out with him for a second. But there's a consignment store on so like a consignment art and furniture store that just opened up on 13th in Selwood. So I'm gonna go check them out. But they mostly do like furniture.
You ever go to the Costco on like 138th?
I've never been into a Costco in my entire life.
Oh wow.
What?
What?
I just don't. I like big stores like that freak me out, dude. Seriously,
Oh yeah.
I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I have like really weird anxiety problems when it comes to being around lots of people.
Well, okay.
It's not my fault. So what's up with the?
No, there's just another thrift store
Are you?
on that way, along the way, heading out.
Where's the Costco?
It's on 138th.
Oh, in Portland?
Yeah,
I didn't know there was even a Costco in Portland.
like northeast Portland.
Northeast 138th?
Yeah.
So, I mean, basically what you're saying to me is that I'm right. There aren't very many thrift stores in Portland. Are you guys checking out this rainbow puzzle? Look how amazing this is, by the way. Look at this. Look at the graphic on the front of this puzzle. There's like this like native chick and like the lights coming out, and there's like a million butterflies. There's like teepees and like a pine cone. You seeing this? Look at it. Trippy. I love puzzles. Puzzles are huge money, by the way, kids. And this brand,
Oh my goodness.
Sun's Out, really good. But no, there's so for the population of Portland, you know, you would think there would be like a lot more thrift stores, right? But we're more corporate on the thrift side. You know what I'm saying? Like you have Buffalo Exchange, and that what's the other one that's like Buffalo Exchange? The Red Light on Hawthorne.
Red Light is like super vintage, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's not. I mean it's vintage.
Yeah, but I mean
You
that's
have a
all.
Buffalo Exchange?
Does Portland have a Buffalo Exchange?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3.
You kidding me?
No, there's one on Burnside by right on Vaseline Alley there, and then
I don't know.
across from the Whole Foods downtown.
Well,
Then-
shoot.
What's up? And then there's one on Hawthorne behind the Gold Door.
Do you ever find anything in them?
Yeah, dude, they underpriced Doc Martens pretty regularly. Really rare. I found some Tunnel Eye Docs that are. So if you're looking for Doc Martens, like the ultimate shoe bolo, I think are ox blood or green Tunnel Eye Doc Martens that are made in England. Like minimum sale price is like $260, and they can go, depending on how many are on the market, up to 500.
Jeez.
And I found a couple of pairs for like $40 at the Buffalo Exchanges. But I don't really go in there too much. I'm not trying to buy from retail. I'm not trying to. I would rather buy from their customers. I want to buy from their customers. I don't want to buy from them.
Right.
So, Flipper Joe says we're all young kids. Flipper Joe, if you know, this is an open forum where you can come
You guys
in.
are young kids.
I'm not that young.
Okay, you're a teenager.
I'm a teenager. I'm 40.
I'll take the young.
Okay, you're a young adult.
I'm a young adult. I'm 40.
I'm finally the young.
I am 47.
Yeah, you're a young buck too. So don't get
Yeah,
too ahead. Don't put the
we're
cart in front of the horse there, Michael.
Hey, I go to Goodwill with my cane every time.
What? With your cane every time?
Yep.
You've probably had your kid about you have one daughter, right?
Yeah.
And she was like 13, 14, 13?
No, she's 10.
Oh God. She's very tall.
For 10?
I thought she was very tall. I don't know. My daughter's 3, so I have no idea.
No, she's actually not tall for her age.
Oh. So 10. Yeah. So you're 37, 47. So you had your daughter when you were.
Subtract 10.
I did already.
Math, gentlemen. Can he do it?
You had her very, very late in life
Eh,
compared to the average person.
Corey, you're 40
Yep.
and your daughter is 3.
That means we had our kids probably around the same age.
That was the point I was making.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That's what I was saying.
I was 36, turning 37 when she was born.
Yeah.
She was born in April, and my birthday is in July.
Cool. These are genuine crocodile. Would you wear these?
Oh, wow.
Genuine crocodile. Look at that crocodile on the end.
Wow.
Ooh, so crocodile. I need to polish these up with that wax. You're pretty good though. God, they're ugly. Somebody buy these. What's so Oxfords are closed at the end and derbies are like open? Is that the difference between Oxfords and derbies? Kayla at Hazelwood Vintage. You don't know what the difference between Oxfords and derbies are?
I don't do men's shoes.
Women don't have Oxfords and derbies?
I've never.
Why are you Flipper Joe says he's laying in a hospital bed watching us. Like in your
I
house.
hope you're not. Yes. Are you okay?
Mark Swinson is actually like he's close to retirement age. The Swin. M Swin. Mark Swinson is for some reason he likes this show. I'm not really sure why.
Are we sure why anyone likes this show?
I was debating that concept like earlier. I was like, wow, this is ridiculous that anybody actually watches this show. It's not even a show.
A hangout.
Yeah, it's a hangout. But it makes me feel more important if I call it a show. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know? Kayla, check these out. How sexy are these?
Oh, those are cool.
They have this like crazy polo.
Lauren? Yeah.
Oh, it was on. Nice.
The only problem is they're kind of tore up on the back a little bit.
You're a We'll buy this. I have to get up to an Xbox.
What?
I found this at Goodwill.
Hold on, I gotta unscreen share. Let me
Oh,
these stupid shoes I want to watch. I gotta unscreen share for a second. Let me just list these. $39.99 for broken shoes. Sounds awesome. All right. Oh God, an ulcer removed from the bottom of your foot. I'm sorry, dude. That sounds fucking
That sounds terrible.
That sounds terrible.
eesh.
All right.
Oh shoot.
What are we looking at?
Show us.
Oops. Sorry, I was on Goodwill. Bam, this.
What is that?
Can you see it?
It's $7.99.
What is it?
It's an Xbox 2 terabyte hard drive.
Oh.
What does that go for?
Let me look it up again. I know it went for a lot of. Should have drafted it. I don't know why I don't start doing that.
It looks like a giant square pistachio.
Now I need my glasses to read this thing.
It's because you're 40.
Hey, I was seeing 2020 when I was 40.
Okay, let's crowdsource.
You see what you have forward?
Let's-
See what you have to look forward to?
Let's crowdsource an offer that I just got.
Okay.
It's a sweater. I paid probably $7 for it. The last one sold for $110. Someone just offered me $80.
I would take that in half a second. I would run to the bank with that money. I'm bullish. I am bullish. It's money.
Hey, chat, give me your general consensus. Take the money and run? I think I should. Take it. Paisley says take it.
Paisley's right.
You know what I'm going to do first? Is I'm going to check her feedback and see.
I like that. Like, are you worthy of my deal?
Sometimes I just like to make sure that they're not somebody that like leaves crazy feedback for people.
Yeah, exactly. By the way,
She
it's
is-
really nice that when you're on your iPad because you don't look like Max Headroom anymore, which is really nice. The quality difference is pretty amazing. Mine is.
Also brought my my light downstairs. My like.
Oh yeah, I have this light over here that I'm supposed to point in this direction. But it's giving me this weird shadow. I think it's this. Is it this? I don't know. I guess I just don't really care because there's like board games and a wetsuit hanging behind me.
Are you serious?
I took it.
Fuck yeah!
All right.
Virtual high five. Virtual high five.
That
I would take that all day. I mean,
that improved
really?
my sales day.
So I view inventory not as any specific item. A lot of the times I view it as like an investment. And like I know that I like right now I'm putting like let's say 60% of that. I'm putting what I paid for it back and then 60% of the profit back because obviously I have to pay bills and everything. Put 60% of it back. I've just grown that weird globular bubble, you know? Like I view my business as in effect my inventory size, you know? So whenever I can make money, I'm trying. Now, obviously like if you're having trouble sourcing inventory and you need to make more per item, it's a little bit different, but you don't really have problems finding stuff, right?
No. This was a particularly good find. It was a collaboration that was really desirable. So I
And
think
you had a shitty day today, right? So you just made your day way better. You just increased your profit for the day by like 30%.
Well, yeah, it didn't hurt that my day was absolute crap. So it made it a lot easier. If I had made like $500 today, I probably would have been like, I would have countered them and been
Yeah.
like, how about 100?
Ooh, So somebody, this is hilarious. So I posted this Adora. Are you guys familiar with Adora dolls?
Yes.
Adora dolls.
Adora doll.
What's up?
So that actually sold an Adora doll.
Well, here's one that I sold for like $100. Look, the description is not creepy is actually in the description. And what makes this hilarious is the person just reached out to me. They hadn't paid yet. I go to the bank on Friday the 25th to make a deposit. I will pay immediately. I hope this will be satisfactory. Have a special Thanksgiving. I just got that message.
Nice.
I don't care if people take like 2 weeks to pay me. I really don't care. If people pay me, I'm okay. Like, what really chaps my chives is when people they buy stuff, they don't pay for it. It has to go through that stupid strike process on eBay, and then it doesn't go back into your inventory. You know that, right? Like, you have to put it back into your inventory manually.
Right.
So, as I move the last part of my inventory to go to the shop is like box inventory because it's like it doesn't take a lot to deal with. So I'm moving the stuff that's like more complicated first, like shoes, and putting this new inventory system into effect. Also, I'm just lazy, maybe. So I should be done by now, but I'm not because I'm just lazy. Maybe that's it. God, it's been really difficult. This whole move has been really one of the most difficult business things ever.
This thing is all over the place.
What?
This hard drive. I've seen it as low as 35 and as high as 80.
We'll put it up for 80 and take best offer.
That's the plan, man.
That's
I'm starting to learn this game a little bit.
you're starting to you got I mean you got the hustler mindset, so you're looking to here's the thing. And this is what I think a lot of new sellers the mistake that they make is that they don't realize that when they don't make a customer happy, they're actually stepping over $100 to pick up $1. So my advice to you going forward is this is and you don't have to adopt this obviously, but I have 100% positive feedback over all time on eBay, and people don't hesitate to purchase things from me because of that, I think. So my personal philosophy is that every customer is my only customer, and that customer is my grandmother. Now, I'm not always perfect. I mean, well, okay, I'm always perfect.
What?
No, I fuck up all the time. The worst mistake you can make on eBay that is the hardest to fix is when you swap shipping labels.
Yeah.
Did that last week.
In the ass.
Oh my God, I just had to refund everybody because one guy wouldn't send it back. He ordered like a $10 item. I sent him a Polaroid camera by accident. That's the first time I've done that this entire year. I'm like, God, man. He says, Flipper Joe says you'll get better money on Amazon, but you might, two things about Amazon is one, you might get a return because you're 400% more likely to get a return on Amazon than eBay. And two, I don't know what the other thing is. You need to be FBA right now. It needs to be FBA. So normally my FBA shipments get checked in within 24 hours. Right now they're taking 2 weeks.
Ugh.
Dude, my last one took like 9 or 10 days.
That's
So I think the best time to sell on Amazon is November, December, January. And then the rest of the year, it's good, but it's not like now. This is the time to strike, and I save up boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff and like try to get as much throughput. Like in a normal month, I do 6,000 to 7,000 in sales on Amazon. and in Q4 I do more like 15, 16. So yeah, it's Amazon's a crazy beast, and your power to deal with the customer is so heavily diminished. God, it's really hard not being able to, like, so let's say you send somebody something, let's say they expect to get the manual. You have a camera, you send it with all the accessories, and they expect a manual. And used items generally don't come with manuals. Well, on Amazon, if they don't like it, they send it back. Just because it didn't have a manual, they don't give a shit because it doesn't cost them anything. They say it's defective, they send it back, right? On eBay, somebody would say, hey, it didn't come with a manual. And you're like, oh, well, I can email it to you because you downloaded it off the internet. Or you could, like, print one up and send it to them. You can fix problems. The biggest problem with Amazon is that you can't fix problems when they happen to salvage a sale. I've had five returns this week where the return reason was Amazon didn't fulfill in time. So they're already having fulfillment issues, guys. They're already having fulfillment issues. So
Eesh.
5. So Prime is 2 days, right? My last 3 Prime orders have come in 4 or more. So, there's no perfect platform. eBay is imperfect in a lot of ways. Amazon's imperfect in a lot of ways. You can get way more for an item on Amazon, and that is true. But also you're going to get way more returns. 33%, 1 in 3 items that are ordered on Amazon are returned. That is insane. And I will show this to you. This is not coming out of my, I'm not blowing smoke out of my ass right now. I'm going to screen share this with you.
Do any of you do merch by Amazon?
Yes.
What tier are you?
25.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't sold very much stuff, and I didn't initially put my stuff in on time, and
I haven't sold much either. I just sold it.
I've sold like 30 shirts or something.
Hell, you probably got me by 15.
But
No,
my wife is like a really, really accomplished graphic designer. She's really good. She did my logo for me, and I really like the layout of that. But she's really good, and she could just pump shit out. She could do probably 500 in one day, but I just can't put them up there. And the reason I can't is because, okay, so I didn't do anything on merch. I got approved. I just didn't do anything. I didn't even submit anything. And then I went to go actually, I had 10 designs ready initially.
Yeah.
I went to submit them. The day before I was okay, and I just waited. I was too busy. I didn't do it. The next day that I went back to do it, they're like, sorry, you haven't submitted anything. You can't do it now. But at least I wish they would have just said, hey, listen, if you don't submit something in the next 24 hours, you can't do it.
Right.
Put some priority on it, but it's like Amazon just randomly does shit. They will cut your arm off because you didn't do something that you have no idea about. I mean, one of the guys that I used to really follow on that I liked on YouTube, his name is Resale Rabbit. Have you heard of Resale Rabbit?
The name sounds familiar.
He's like in Iowa or somewhere in the Midwest. And Flipper Joe says he's just had, he says he sells DVDs, CDs, video games, and books on Amazon. He's had 2 returns and 400 transactions this month on Amazon. Let's see what happens in January. You're going to get returns. I'm sorry. I've tried every product category, and it's you get returns everywhere. People use textbooks for a semester and return them to you. I've had everything. I've been selling books on Amazon since 2007. I've been selling on Amazon since 2007 and on eBay since 2001. So, I've been selling on Amazon for over 10 years. So I've seen it all. I used to be able to sell all DVDs on Amazon. Then one day they were like, provide us invoices because you are not authorized. And it's like, I've been selling
these DVDs on your website for 8 years. What do you mean I'm not authorized? How could I not be authorized and selling them? That doesn't make any sense at all. At least let me sell the ones that are in inventory and don't let me send any more. Like, that would be cool. But I had to take back like 500 DVDs.
Ouch.
Oh yeah, dude. And then I had to figure out what to do with them. Because I wasn't just gonna let them keep them. Fuck that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, oh, we'll destroy them for you. Yeah, right. You're gonna destroy them for me? What is the sell means destroy? Like,
Don't you have to pay to destroy the inventory?
no, they were gonna be generous and allow me to destroy them for free.
Oh. Well, that's good of Amazon.
I took them back, and then I sold them to somebody else. You know, and I recouped some of it, but I actually lost money. I mean, it actually lost money, which really, you know, really, it seems to me like books. It's coming for books. Books is the only thing. Books are the only thing that hasn't had any sort of like restriction classes. They were talking about doing like textbook restrictions, which are the highest, for me, the highest profit margins as far as like ROI. Like, they move quickly, and you make really good money on these textbooks, you know. But I just can't see that lasting. When they bought Whole Foods, they basically took every, even if, let's say you had Bob's Red Mill flour through Whole Foods, but also through Amazon. Let's say you had 10,000 units in Amazon. Instantly, they said, you are not approved. Figure out what to do with this stuff. And they just, like, bankrupted people. You didn't see all that? Reezy Resells did a little bit on it, and it was pretty crazy. I mean, it was pretty crazy. And then I actually looked, because I don't know him, or I don't know any. I mean, Kayla and I have never sat in the same room, you know, but I mean,
Right.
I actually trust her. You and I, we've been in the same room before, so I know that you are legitimate. As she look. I'll squirt you. Books have a really low return rate. They really do. They probably have the lowest return rate on Amazon, but I have had book returns. Maybe they just hate me or something. I don't know. I don't think that you shouldn't sell on Amazon. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, like, be careful about what you invest in a product that goes to Amazon, and make sure, like, I've just started doing reimbursement requests on everything that a customer's opened. If a customer's opened it, I'm requesting reimbursement on everything. So I feel like they're gonna kick me off at any point. I could go through and show you things that are marked defective that customers haven't even opened. I don't know. There's no oversight. There's just no.
That's awesome.
What's up?
We have Army in Seattle. They have a whole section of like high-end designers that they price crazy high.
They got that
So
Gucci? They got that Gucci?
No. The thing is, they don't have designers. They have like Chico's. That's what they price. They'll price like a Chico's blouse at like $24.
You even sell a Chico's blouse for $24?
No, not on my best day.
Oh.
They only retail like $50.
Exactly. No, I see a lot of Chico's stuff.
Don't bother.
I don't really buy women's clothing that much unless it's like fetish oriented.
The one thing that's nice about the Salvation Army by me is occasionally they'll do a fill a bag sale where you can fill a bag for $35. And it's one of these like reusable red tote bags. And I did really well with that like 2 months ago when they did one.
Is
But
that
they do it rarely.
it's scheduled, or they're like, oh, this month we'll do one?
So they have a calendar that they put out, and it'll say like manager's special on the 25th. And then you have to like call or go in to find out that the manager special is the fill-a-bag sale.
Oh. I just want stuff to come to me. I'm sick of going to Goodwills.
Word.
Oh gosh, how am I screen sharing and it's not going to infinity? Oh, that's how you get it to not go to infinity. I just put it on you for a second. But then I have to unclick it, so then I have to go to infinity.
Infinity.
Infinity
and
and beyond. All right. So we did our loafers. Ooh, these are sweet, but they look like shit in these pictures. These are they have the prancing. Does anybody
How old is that?
the prancing horse? What'd you say?
So how old is it?
Old as what?
The shoe.
This is about just like a 12, 13-year-old shoe probably. This is 2007. Yeah, 10-year-old shoe. 2007, but it's cool. It's their Ferrari drivers. Puma Ferrari drivers. But apparently she didn't know that. See that little prancing horse?
Yep.
Prancing horse. Isn't that their logo is called the prancing horse? Like, so those are pretty cool. They're almost not flame-proof equipped. Woohoo! Nicht flammfest ausgestoßen. Fucking Germans. So these are.
Tell me, you're a shoe, well, you know more about shoes than me. I found these. Where you at, Corey?
I am here posting these Raris.
Well, let me know when you come back.
Yeah, what's the brand?
It's Adidas. It's Adidas. The style is ROM 60.
ROM 60?
Yeah.
Hold on.
On this tag,
That's iron.
it says that these shoes are a part of a special 5,000 limited edition production.
Nice.
Each pair has been made in Germany at the Adidas Scheinfeld
Mm-hmm.
production facility.
Adidas is based in Germany.
That's right. I remember going on a
Can
field
you show me the shoe?
Huh?
Can you show us the shoe? Oh, those are sick. Oh, those are
I
really,
found them at Goodwill. The only thing really
wow.
wrong with them is that do you notice see how this one is actually gray?
Yeah,
Like a little suede up here, and this one looks like a dirt ring.
yeah, definitely. You might be able to get that out, but it might not matter that much anyway. Those are sick. They have the tag on them. Oh, he left. He's
I
gone.
think he appeared by accident.
Oh, he'll come back. All right, I'm getting back to my Rari. What are you doing? You making some pumpkin pie over there?
So yeah, I don't know what happened there.
I kicked you out.
Oh,
I was jealous of your shoes. Hold on, let me put it back on you.
so the only pair I found.
Hold those up a little bit higher so everybody can see them.
So the only pair I found was on Goodwill, and they were used, and someone's selling them. They're overseas selling them,
Mm-hmm.
and they have them for about $99.
Yeah.
And plus they're charging shipping, and it has 3 watchers on it.
Does it? Is there a date code on those? Do you know when they were made?
Um,
Because Adidas will usually have a month and date.
right.
So
It's way back in there. 2003, it looks like.
yeah, those are some. If I were you, I would list those for like probably 229, something like that.
Are you serious?
Absolutely, and I would take best offer on them. Those are very desirable. The colorway is desirable. The condition is really good. That, I don't know what you can do about the discoloration, if you can do anything at all, but just highlight it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do anything about it. I was just gonna say, hey, take good pictures of it and point it out.
Yeah, I really don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly. But I think if they were like mint in the box, you would be like very surprised at what they would go for. But just look up Adidas. Just use the keyword Adidas shoes on. Let's do it together. Let's just look at what some Adidas shoes have sold for on eBay. Let me do that. I'm gonna screen share right now. Watch this. Let's play screen share. I'm gonna do this first, but then we'll. This is one of my favorite things to do.
Research things on eBay.
Live on the internet.
I was gonna say you have the right job.
One of my favorite things to do is research things. I want to do like a whole million-year show about that Da Vinci painting, Salvator Mundi.
Mm-hmm.
Just makes me. It gives me the tangles. The tangles. All right. Do. Price highest first. Oh, 170,000. Yeezy! We're gonna put those as vintage. What?
170,000? Oh, results.
Yeah, 170,000.
The price.
So some of the old, these are. I mean, these are old. These are from the 70s. You see, these are made in the 549s. Those are made in Germany, definitely. See these Dublins, 549. See the box, 476. That blue color is really gonna do you well. Some superstars. These are made in France. These are made in Germany. Yeah, dude. I really think that they're kind of throwbacks to these
Right.
70s kind of guys. And you're not gonna. I mean, these shoes are just gonna fall apart. Like you can see the foams on these are just they're done. So you actually have wearable shoes. This is kind of like, see, these are kind of there. Samoas. What was the style name of those?
ROM 60. ROM 60.
Did you find any other ROM 60s?
I found one pair, but I see some different styles of like ROMs.
Yeah.
It doesn't say ROM 60.
Here you go. Yeah. So these are made in Austria. You see, I mean, I'm pretty close. Like, look, these are very similar. And these are from Serbia though. They sold for somewhere around $220. But I mean, look at the condition. I mean, these are not in good condition either. Those are made in Yugoslavia. I think that pair of shoes is worth more than $200. I really do. I mean, I would list it in the same range as this, like $229, and then just see what happens. Take offers, charge a little shipping, take some offers.
Yeah.
But really a great pair of shoes. I would not pass on. Oh, Kayla, check these out.
Ooh, those are adorable.
Those are the ones that you saw. We were looking at the estate sale. I actually picked
Yep.
them up. God, you see, I don't like that though. You see, like it kind of was all washed out.
Mm-hmm. Are they navy
They're green.
or cadet blue?
They're green.
They're green,
Yeah, they're green.
like a hunter green.
Yeah, like British racing green.
Oh, because they look like cadet blue on my screen.
Interesting. That's weird. Yeah, no, they're definitely green. There weren't any blues. I got a pair of red ones.
I love saddle shoes. I think they're so cute.
Willets. She calls them bowling shoes.
They're not bowling shoes.
They're saddle shoes.
Mm.
I'm gonna call them saddle bowling shoes. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they kind of have a little bit of that look, but like people
Yeah, they
are
got a little bowling.
for saddle
look.
shoes.
They look more like golf to me.
How the fuck do I tell its size? Fucking
Girls in like the 50s and 60s used to wear those cute
Look
little
how
bobby socks.
look at the condition of these things. They're from the 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
Look how amazing these are.
Do you think they're dead stock or are they probably?
Oh, they're
worn a
dead
little bit?
stock. Yeah, look at them. I don't
Wow.
think anybody ever wore these.
Those would be like I would put like pinup in the title.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of look like these almost, but
Yeah, they're similar.
Can't
these are golf.
Yeah. Oh, when I screen share, I can't see what you guys see.
Well, Kayla knows.
I
Trust
hear you. Oh my god, I'm so tired of chopping apples.
I'm so tired of hire somebody to do it for you. What would you charge for those, Kayla?
Dead stock?
Yeah.
Like $60.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Ooh, ooh.
You good? You good, girlfriend? I probably should add. Why is this size 3C? What does that even mean?
Are they girls? Are they like
Yeah, they're
size?
women. Yeah, they're ladies.
No, I mean are they youth?
No, as far as I can tell, they're not used. No, look at the soles of them.
But I mean
They were in
the
a box. They were in the box, but the box was just beat to shit.
what does the size say though?
It does look. She couldn't find a size, so she just measured them.
Okay, well,
What's that? It's a foot long.
that's not giving you an accurate shoe size. You need to measure the interior of a shoe.
Thank you.
I mean, that'll get you like roundabout, but that's going to be between like, for
I don't
instance,
know, it's like inviting. It's inviting a return. Where is it?
Yeah.
It says C3. What is that? So weird. 8. That's size
I would say
8. What? It's size
that
8.
looks like an 8.
Let's enlarge it. Yeah, it's an 8. Goofball.
Yeah, there's a couple other solds in the like 40 to 60 range, and I think yours are nicer than the ones I'm seeing. So
Yeah.
I would say 60 prepared to take an offer for like 45.
I would definitely do that. So these were all $1.
Oh yeah, so you're set.
There was another dead stock pair and then a pair that was like worn. Hey. Oh, I need a UPC. God, I hate that.
You don't have it under vintage. You need to change that to vintage.
I'm sorry. You're right. Thank you.
No, change your category to vintage.
Oh, how do I where?
Under your categories?
Category?
No, category.
Change cat. There you go.
Oh, I didn't even know this was a thing.
You didn't know categories were a thing?
No, but flats and Oxfords. What?
Go to browse categories.
Uh-huh.
And then scroll on the left-hand side one. Scroll up to vintage.
Oh shit! What did I just do? Okay, hold on.
The middle one, the middle one.
Oh
Vintage.
shit!
And then women's vintage shoes down at the bottom.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to do that to everything. That has not been happening.
People that are looking for your stuff are probably going to be looking for these shoes under vintage categories.
Oh, god damn it! I'm gonna have to like hire you for a week.
Please do. I will teach you about listing vintage women's clothing.
These are Muffies.
Those are so cute.
Yeah, these are worn though. Muffies. Pinup, vintage, Muffies, pinup, and
I wouldn't put pinup in the first word.
huh.
Remember, the first 4 or 5 words are your most important.
Not the first word. What are you talking about? Where do you want me to put pinup?
First words. Your first like 4 or 5 words are your most important search terms. So like vintage, Muffies, women's saddle shoes. Those would be my first 5 keywords.
That they are.
Pinup is like a filler word.
What?
It's like a filler, that would go like at the end.
Exasperating.
However you like. I'm just telling you.
You're exasperating me here.
People who are looking for vintage are going to be doing it a certain way.
You're right. You sell the vintage shit. I'm cool. Like, I know. I got it. I understand.
Wah.
Shit.
Wah.
You busting my ass and shit.
Wah.
Listen, if I was crying, you'd know it.
I'm sad.
Michael's like, what am I getting myself into here?
Actually, I'm just listening and cleaning shoes.
Nice. I'm listening and listing shoes. I think I would definitely wear these.
I think you should to the party.
Well, they're too small. I have a pair of I fixed up a pair of brass buckle Ferragamos. They're from the probably 60s. And I spent like 25 minutes today polishing them and making them look amazing. And what do you think these like $29.99?
Yeah.
Polishing them, making them look amazing. They're my size. They fit really well. So I'm gonna come dapper to this party, and hopefully Michael will come too.
I need the. All I know is 12th and. Wait. I know 12th.
Just follow Kayla on Instagram. She's Hazel Hearts Vintage, and then the link is in your bio, right? Yeah.
What's your Instagram name?
It's going to be a great way to connect with other resellers and like, grow the community, man, because you're out there doing it and like
I could get your Instagram name.
Take action. Same as my YouTube. TAKAKSHEN.
Oh, I see. Okay.
What about dead stock Gore-Tex Nike ACGs from 2001, Michael?
What size are those?
13.
Oh, too big for me.
Yeah, they're big. Sick though, right?
Yeah, they're nice. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I really think they're iconic. It's got like kind of a... What's up?
In your DMs.
Okay. They look
love
on your feet.
What's up?
I said they look like they would look like a car on your feet.
I know. Well, I really think they have like I really like the design of them, and they have the air, you know. Not all the ACG stuff is air. So interesting. You don't see a lot of Gore-Tex Nike shoes either. I posted a picture of this guy's shoe collection, and these came out of it. But they were all 13s. What really chaps my ass is when... It's weird. The style code on these are a little bit weird. These are 104308. Gore-Tex, ACG... She didn't put anything in the description. That drives me crazy.
Is she the lister that's been kind of...
Yes.
Oh.
And we're having a little meeting.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to save some of these to show her, but I need to have them listed, you know? But it's
You
like...
step into your office for a minute?
Yeah, she's going to have to step into my office for a second because I'm going to start charging her for every mistake she makes.
Are you going to say, can you close the door behind you?
No, I'm going to say this. Let's be very clear about this. Like, you want the job. I want to give it to you. You're not doing it right. And I'm willing to continue to give you the stuff, but if there's 2 mistakes in a listing, you got paid $2 for that listing, but I'm going to charge you $4 on the next invoice. I'm going to charge you $2 for every mistake you make.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I've asked her more than once now to do specific things, and she's not doing them. The other one's doing great. And this one was doing great in the beginning, but
People get complacent.
she's gotten complacent, definitely.
That's the problem.
Yep, that's why you have to manage people, and I hate managing people.
Why you got to crack that whip?
Yeah, I don't like that analogy, but I just wish people would be accountable, and so that I didn't have to like be an asshole. But I'm not an asshole, really. It's like you didn't follow the rules, so now the new rules are tougher. So you're gonna have to deal with the new rules. And the only reason the new rules exist is because you didn't follow the old rules. Like Nike Gore-Tex shoe size 13. Like what is that? Like that's not even. It doesn't even. She didn't even say the words that are on the shoe.
I just opened up my eBay because my lister is listing right now because she just texted me a question.
That's what I want to do it real time. When they're listing, I have somebody like dumping the stuff on, you know. But it can be difficult. I mean, you've got to. Now that I may just say from now on, if you want to list, you have to use this equipment. You can come and use it in the office. If you want to use your own equipment, you have to buy it. So I used to like lend out equipment, but now that I have an office, I don't think I'm going to lend out equipment anymore. So if you want to use the equipment, you got to come into the office.
Yeah, I just checked what mine was doing, and they all look really good. Like I'm actually.
Yeah, I'm saying like most of them. This is the same lister. Look, this looks great. It looks great. It has everything that it needs. It really does.
Is there a reason you don't have categories in your store?
Because I really don't manage my store. Like, I don't even know how to do that. Why wouldn't categories be in my store already? If I have this category, why isn't that in my store?
Because then you'd have a category for every single thing on eBay. Like, you make your own custom categories for what you think people would be shopping for.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I have no idea when I would have the time to do that at this point.
Yeah. It does take a little time, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
It allows for people to shop similar items in your store.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really had sales issues, you know? I mean, today I had kind of a slow day, but it was my first slow day in a long time, and I also have 5-day handling time right now.
But they could be better.
What could be better? My sales could be better? Well, you'd have to prove that to me, that they would be better. Like, that's hearsay. I don't know if that is the case, but you know,
I don't know how to prove it exactly. And to be honest, I don't always keep my store categories up to date. So
yeah, it's for me.
I do
It's certainly not a priority at all, but that doesn't mean it shouldn't be. I'm kind of teasing you a little bit, but
how
how dare I tease you? Now I feel more powerful with my sexy haircut. God, my hair was so bad. The last time I got a haircut was in April. And it's not because like I didn't want to get a haircut. It's because I just been fucking busy. It's like, why can't I get a hair? I need to get a haircut at like 11 o'clock at night. I don't know what the list is camcorder for. That's very rare. Ooh, these sell for good money. I'm glad I didn't list that for cheap. Whoa, look at those. Woohoo! Yeah, 109. I'll pay up a little bit for these, actually. Because they just sell, like, you know, people need to make their porn and everything. High 8. If you're looking for some good, I shouldn't tell Michael this because he's my competition. But the Sony High 8 stuff can be pretty good. It's really hard to find though. It's just not out there anymore, you know. I mean, it comes up every once in a while, but
It is hard to find.
it really is hard to find. I find it at estate sales and stuff though. More estate sales than Goodwill. Oh! Thrift Shop Hustler used the word porn.
the internet is porn.
The internet has like lots of porn and lots of hangouts, and you can hang out while making porn if you want.
So they say.
Chris, I want to make a video with you, like a parody video of us fighting about something hilarious. I think we should just. I just want to make parody videos with the Thrift Shop Hustler.
I thought you want to make porn with him.
Oh, I do want to make porn with him, but only if Stan Lee is there.
That's very specific.
101 ways to sharpen your own pencil. Sharpen. Did you watch that video, Michael? If you didn't watch the Thrift Shop Hustlers 5 things to sell on eBay if you're not an idiot or if you are an idiot,
I did watch that.
it's amazing. You have to watch it.
I watched it and I was crying laughing.
I laughed so hard.
I doesn't know shit about reselling. Cracked up.
It's funny. It's out of it's cross genre funny, and I think that's a big mistake that like. So this channel, like, it's not just about. I don't want it to just be about reselling. I want it to be about life and everything else, and just like, I mean, I resell and that's my life, but you know, if you want to reach a broader audience, like, you have to like reach outside of just reselling, you know. You don't know how to top that video? You can definitely top that video. That was hilarious, but I mean, come on, like, just be funny. Just like, I mean, if that took all your effort, then like, I'll help you out because I'm actually pretty funny. That was the funniest video I've seen. You know, the funniest reseller-oriented video I've seen probably ever. I mean, that was the funniest reseller video. That might be the funniest video ever made about reselling. but it obviously took a ridiculous amount of time to make. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is the coolest thing ever. It's a Game Boy kind of thing, but it's all the Atari games on its own flashback console that's portable and is USB chargeable. So you play like Frogger and Centipede and everything. So sweet.
Didn't you say you weren't gonna sell that?
I don't want to. Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. I'm not selling it. I don't know why this didn't go up for sale. I have this weird FUBU. I don't know shit about FUBU, but I do know that this is the highest quality like sports. It's like a boxing robe, and it totally looks like it was for like somebody who was sponsored, maybe, because the quality is just out of it.
It does
Like
well.
what?
If it's FUBU with like the big logo on it, it does pretty well.
Yeah, and it does have the belt. I don't know why the belt's not in these pictures, but it does have the belt. It's like a boxing. It's like for like sports, and it has the hood.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh ho ho, sweet. I don't know why it's not listed though. I decided I was going to list it for $199.99. Let somebody make me an offer. Well, while I'm doing the show, I have to actually do some work. Otherwise, work just like backs up. I love Rain Spooner. I think that's how you pronounce it. Did you pronounce that Rain Spooner?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, I don't know.
Have you ever found any of the Disney collaborations?
Dude, I have looked high and low. I went to a sale of a guy who had over 150 Hawaiian shirts, and there was a lot of Rain Spooner stuff. Some of it I still have. Some of it sold. There wasn't one. He kept all the Disney. It was an estate sale, but the dude didn't like die. He just moved, and he kept all of his. He kept all of his Disney stuff, apparently.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, because that shit is money as money can be, right? I mean, it is so money. Like, some of those shirts go for like $250, $300, right?
Yep.
Damn. This one's weird. It has, like, Parisian bistros on it. Hello, I'm your friend Gustav, and I cook food. I'm a lady. I'm a lady with a head. Okay, so this shirt is weird. There's like a tree and a thing and some lady's butt. I'm gonna ask. I usually go like around $29.99 for these. Yeah, dude, I'll do a video with you. I think we should do a collaboration video where we just like we watch each other's content and like make fun of each other for it, and then edit it. Or we like pretend that we're other people but don't say their names. I really love this shirt. It's another Rain Spooner. I find a lot of these at Goodwill. Have you noticed the amount of Hawaiian shirts building up at Goodwill?
Yes.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I looked through all of them too, just to see if I can find any, but I can't find any, or the good brands, but I can't find any good brands.
Because I'm yanking them out of there, man.
Apparently you are.
I'm taking them Spooners and them Jams World. Every week I find a Jams World or two. I left one behind for you. I left the Jams World behind for you. Just to see if you got
So
it.
great.
And I'm such a nice guy. I am not here to make friends. I am here to make enemies. Red and blue.
It's working.
I hope I don't have any enemies yet. I'm sure I do. Sure, somebody's mad at me for broadcasting on YouTube at 9 o'clock at night Pacific time.
People will find anything to get angry about, so.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if I can clean this yellow.
Did you just use the F word?
Who?
I never hear you curse.
Me?
I'm offended.
I am too.
No.
I think you just use a profanity. I think I heard a profanity come out of your mouth. So, Rain Spooner, awesome. I've never seen this particular one. This is like tailored in Hawaii of imported fabric. I don't know. Seems like one of the older ones. It's lightweight, and a lot of, if you know about Rain Spooner shirts, they're like these weird pseudo button-ups, where it's like, it looks like it's like a mixture between a button-up shirt, a polo shirt, and like a ridiculous nonsensical. I don't know where they get the nonsensical nature of the. I don't know. I mean, they definitely have a buy it now price must be greater or equal to 99 cents. Well, this is $29.99. So I don't know what you're talking about. eBay has the weirdest glitches. That says $29.99, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, now it's submitting the listing. Interesting. It was 20. Might have what?
You might have had a space before your number.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. So this is awesome. If your name is Tom, this is the sickest jacket ever. Snap-on, made in the USA by Sharp. Can you pronounce that? What happens if you put an F at the end of Sharp?
Sharpfus.
Sharp.
Sharpfus.
Dress for success. Snap-on apparel, made in USA by Sharpfus.
Sharpfus.
Sharpfus. Yeah. Tom. Snap-on tool. Blah blah blah. Full zip. I don't. No, it's not a windbreaker. Snap-on tools. USA. Tough. Sharp. Sharp. Sharpfuls. See if I can find another Sharp Fizz jacket. Sharp Fizz. There's a tooth. I think it's one things I want to find. Whoa, there's a BB gun. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that boombox.
Damn.
Damn. That's like you could buy like a Toyota Corolla for that price. Shit. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there's nothing. Can't find another Sharp Fizz. Is that what it says? That's an F, right? Oh, I spelled it wrong.
It started to hit me.
Time to go to bed? Bedtime?
Yep.
See ya, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this listing done first, and I'm gonna go.
No, there's no Sharp Fizz either. We got too boring. We got too boring for old Michael. Man, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad things are working out for you and you're driving forward, you know.
Yeah, man, I gotta keep it going.
You're gonna hit some speed. You're gonna hit some bumps in the road. Things are gonna get difficult at times. You know, you just gotta follow your instincts. Make good decisions. You know, good buying decisions, good selling decisions. Monthly, weekly, daily. Do you have like monthly goals or daily goals or anything like that?
Right now, my daily goal is to try to do
20 listings, but I haven't been reaching that goal yet.
So you want to do 20 listings per day?
Yeah.
You don't have like a sales goal?
My sales goal was to double each month, as I get inventory, of course.
Yeah.
But that faltered when I was, I went up to, first month was 800, second month was just over 1,000, third month was 12, and then it dropped to like a little over $300. I'm like, what the hell?
I mean, you're going to, with a smaller, because you have like, what, a couple hundred items?
Yeah.
With a smaller inventory, you're going to see huge fluctuations.
But now I know I have enough to get to, because most of my time I've been spending just sourcing. So now it's shifting to listing.
Got it.
So if I'm out and about, I may go out, like if I'm going to pick up my daughter or dropping her off, I may just stop by the Goodwill. Goodwill. I say our Goodwill because we see each other a lot.
Yeah.
And then just go home. Or if I'm going to visit my wife at her school at night, I may go to Ross and see if I can retail arbitrage something.
Yeah.
But I have enough inventory now to where I can just list.
So how many items do you have currently listed?
2. Let's look while I have it up. $206 right now.
Okay, that's good. 206, and what's your 60-day sales?
It is. Let me grab my phone. Let's see it on the. $19.01.
1901. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and then how many items do you think you need to list? How many items are in your listing queue?
My listing queue to be like drafted?
How many unlisted items do you have?
Oh. Jeez. It's a very good question that I don't have the answer to.
Is it more than 100?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I have enough to list.
Yeah, you should definitely, because this is the time you're gonna sell. So
right. So that's why I'm shifting my focus as well.
Yeah, you really need
fourth quarter. So
you need to focus on that and really figure out. I mean, you want that stuff flowing through your business as even if it costs you a couple of dollars to do it, you really that capital. I mean, I'm assuming that you don't have capital issues, but maybe you do. I'm not really sure about your capital situation, but you have to think about how much capital is tied up in those items and how many of those items you have to sell to relieve that capital restriction on just basically what you spent. So kind of think about that. And what I do to get things listed, but what I used to do to get things listed before, so it's easy to like cherry pick the things that you think are a higher value. Don't do that, because that is one of the things that creates death piles. List it in the order that you bought it if you can, and have a product flow where like first in, last out. Like that first in FIFO,
right.
First out. Try that kind of method, and maybe it'll help you out a little bit more, because then you're not ending up with piles of stuff that's unlisted because you're unmotivated to list it. I mean, this is a basically, I would say like 95% of all new sellers are in the position that you're in. So it's not a unique problem. Like, sourcing is often much smoother than listing because you like to do it. I mean, that's why I started hiring listers like a couple of years ago, or trying to figure out how to get listers. It took a year just to make it actually like work. And now it works, but you can see like I still have problems. I mean, it's still like there's still management issues that come up. So it's not like a free flow. Like I'm trying to put in place some systems where, like for me, inventory and capital are kind of like the same thing. Like inventory needs to flow through my business, so therefore capital can flow through my business, right? Because that's how I get cash flow, and that's how I use cash flow to leverage things like this new office or whatever. So it'll be interesting. I'd love to kind of continue to see how you grow, and I've been where you are and multiple times. So anytime you ever have, I know I'm just a goofball on the internet, but anytime you ever have questions, man, I'm definitely here to help you out.
Oh yeah, that's why I watch a lot of you guys, especially. I don't care how. I'm not an old dog that doesn't want to learn new tricks.
Yeah. No, that's what I liked about. That's what I thought. Like when I first met you at the Goodwill there, like you seemed like have an open mind, and you were like listening to people and trying to take in information and kind of grow. So I respect that, definitely. I think that's the only way you grow in life and in business.
Right.
Business is tough, man, and we're in a minefield. Like trends are changing, styles are changing, and they're changing rapidly. They change rapidly. You can see. Like, I have no idea whether Hawaiian shirts are going to be in style again in spring. If they are, like, I'm going to be ready to roll. If they're not, I'm going to have to figure something out because I have a bunch of them. But it's really interesting how quickly that changed. Like, I couldn't find any, and then all of a sudden, they're just everywhere.
Right. I mean, like, a flood of them just came in all of a sudden.
A lot of them. I've never seen so many. So it's interesting, but that doesn't mean that they still won't be popular, because now it's like fall, and fall fashion is always different than spring fashion. But I don't know. It's having a diverse inventory that, Nicole State is always like have a low cost of goods, and her cost of goods is crazy low. Kayla's more like, let's figure out like really unique items. And sometimes you got to kind of like take the advice of lots of people and try to like balance it how your business works, because in the end, it's your business. It's nobody else's business. There's no excuses. There's only your work, your effort, your knowledge, and how you seek knowledge and integrate that into how your business grows. The sky's the limit here in Portland. You know that already. You've been doing this a little while, and you can see that there is lots of stuff and many sourcing opportunities, as evidenced by, your pile of stuff that isn't listed.
I like to learn. So when I watch all these videos and talk to people, I don't mind going up and ask a question, especially if I see somebody scanning something. Like I'll go. I saw this guy scan. I forget his name. We only really talked that one day. I saw him in Goodwill, but he was scanning books, and I just had a conversation with him because I've never done books before.
Yeah.
And he said that's mainly what he does. Actually, I talked to a couple of guys. One guy said he was doing 45,000 in books a year.
Yeah. No, that is not it's really not that hard to do. It's a different grind though, because there's millions of books, and you have to get in there and like, you're like, this is my book section, and I'm going to reorganize it, and I'm going to turn books around, and I'm going to figure out a code that works so I don't rescan the same books. I'm going to figure out how to find out when the new books come out, how I go through them, what books they're not putting out. I mean, Goodwill scans books, just so you know.
Yeah, I imagine that they do.
The Goodwill on MLK, they have this little. It's a little box like this. And they just dook, bong, bang. If it goes bang, they put it out on the floor. If it goes bing, they send it to GoodwillBooks.com. So, I mean, their pricing strategies. You won't see like they don't really know what to do with books that don't have barcodes. They just don't have the processing power to kind of figure it out. But what you'll notice is there aren't a lot of antique books at that Goodwill. They just don't know how to process them. And they don't, I mean, honestly, Goodwill does not like resellers. You will see that, like, you can walk into a random Goodwill in a rural area and it's like, they'll have a sign basically that says, we don't like good resellers. The funny thing is that they are resellers.
Right.
It's not that they don't like resellers, it's that they don't like competition, which I personally don't like. I think competition drives the market. And like for me, a lot of people think when they think of competition, they think of price. But for me, like I sell my stuff above market price. And the thing I provide is just better service, and I try to provide better listings, better pictures in those listings, but I'm not even that good at that, so I gotta get better.
This is what I've done while we've been chatting.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Is that an apple pie?
Yes.
Ooh.
Apple Gruyere cheese pie.
Ooh. I'm so hungry right now.
So there's Gruyere cheese baked into the crust.
What kind of pie is that?
Apple Gruyere cheese.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what Gruyere cheese is?
I'm lactose intolerant.
Ouch. I feel sorry for you.
Oh,
I love cheese.
it is a type of salty cheese.
It's a type of salty cheese. It's like does it taste like an old shoe?
No.
I'm just kidding.
More like a cheddar. It's kind of like a cheddar cheese.
Can you say it without the R?
Cheddar.
All right,
kid. Tolerant, you don't know that apples and cheese go really well together.
Like generally fruits and cheese go really good, like pineapple, pizza, and all that shit.
A lot of people will actually eat their apple pie with a slice of cheddar on it. Like that's a common thing. So this is just taking it differently and baking the cheese directly into the crust. So it almost tastes like a cheesy biscuit, but then it has like a sweet cinnamon apple filling.
Ooh. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good.
I got the recipe from this TV show, Pushing Daisies. Anybody in the chat might know what it is, but
no. I'm calling it for the evening, kids. Hopefully somebody gains some further knowledge. We learned about pies. We learned about some other stuff. I am too tired to continue, so therefore I will not. Michael is too tired. Kayla's done with her pie. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Eat some.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thankful for all of you guys.
Eat your vegan tofurkeys and all that nonsense.
No tofurkey.
This is a no tofurkey zone. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. And next time, if you're in the chat, hang out live, which is the purpose of this chat. Now, if the link doesn't work for you, let me know, and I will send you a link personally. But the point of this channel or this nonsense is for people to come together and be able to chat with other people live. So do it. Ciao.